Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jim, and if you love things EDC, then this is the place for you. We have a lot in common. Knives, flashlights, multi-tools, cool little pocket trash that we can either use as an obsession for collecting or actually use in our daily lives as a primary tool. Now, one of the things that I love to discuss is quality flashlights. And to me, it's not about how much you're spending, it's what you're getting out of it. And I've had the opportunity to own flashlights that are hundreds up into thousands of dollars, and I've very much enjoyed those. However, I've also recently, in the past year or two, realized that I don't always have to spend that kind of money. Yeah, you're going to get a great deal of refinement and incredible workmanship when you're paying into that level and buying custom lights. However, if what you're looking for primarily is going to be performance, it's going to be tough to beat brands like Sofirn. Sofirn is a brand that I have recently come to fall in love with. I now own many of their lights, and I daily carry one almost every single day. They are in my regular EDC rotation. If for some reason I decide not to carry one of those, I'm carrying something that's quite similar to what they do. Now, today's going to be something a little bit different. I'm used to coming out here and showing you guys really great tactical or EDC lights in this size. This is a 21-700 sized tactical style light with the switch and the tail cap. And that gives an incredible degree of performance. Lots of lumens, a good amount of candela, really great throw for the size of light that it is. But today is time to shock you with something quite a bit different. Extreme performance out of this little peanut-sized flashlight. This is the SC13, and if you've never had the opportunity to sample one of these, I highly suggest you spend the tiny amount of money that they cost and pick one of these up as soon as humanly possible. If you're looking for the smallest form factor and not sacrificing performance that you're used to, maybe you're used to carrying around 500, 800,000 lumen lights that are, let's say, this size, very common size with an 18350 battery. This is significantly smaller, and you're not losing an iota of performance. And because of the special TIR lens in here, you're getting a surprising amount of throw out of this little thing too. And I gotta tell you, there's not a lot of lights out there that can compete with this that are even twice the size. Not only that, it's a very ergonomic design, very easy to hold in the hand, very comfortable, and there's nowhere you can't really stick it. It'll carry in your pocket because it does come with a pocket clip, or you can hang the lanyard outside of your pocket if you want to carry it deep in your pocket. If you're carrying it in some sort of bag, you're doing a backpacking, anything, this fits anywhere. It's tiny, man. It's super tiny. And its price is also super tiny. And if you want to spend even less, pay attention, because I have an affiliate link down in the description. I know that's something that you're not used to hearing from me because I've gone for 12 years operating my main channel and never accepting affiliate links or partnerships of any kind. But with a brand like with a brand like Sofirn that I've been enjoying so very much, and I want other people to enjoy it just like I have, and I want you to save money, and honestly, I want to help grow my channel. And a dollar or two here or there that doesn't take a penny out of your pocket allows me to be able to do that. So check down in the description. There's going to be a direct affiliate link for you that you can click through and buy whatever you want, whether it's the SC13 or something entirely different. And there's going to be a coupon code involved as well to give you a good amount of savings. I want to treat you guys right because you treat me right. Well, Not really, but I do want to treat you right. Anyway, let's get into the photography and then the tabletop review. Get a nice close-up look at this little tiny thing. And then after the tabletop review, we're going to take it outside in the night and see how it performs.
You don't know how they do it, how they can make it magic, but so freaking do it wrong. Is it a miracle or is it strategic? Stuffing Lego lumens into such a tiny package. It's not shaped like a butt plug. You guys have to quit saying that shit. But if you're brave enough, maybe it'll fit. It's only a Bud Light if you're the kind who drinks Bud Light, so don't do it. Too many lumens, don't do it. I'll call you Hot Pocket, don't do it. If you need a lot of power, but you need the smallest possible package, the SC13 has the biggest advantage. Boom, hit the light. Boom, light the night. Boom, boom, come here girl, let's do it right. Bring in the heat, bring in the fire. Light your path through the dark, can you see it, can you feel it? We got that spark, put it on blast. The red slide in your hair, show me the way it's over and Sofirn, yeah.
Okay, and here we are, and the first thing that must be said is this. 1,300 lumens. How? It's 2.5 inches long, man, and it's throwing light like a device that's 3 times its size. 10 years ago, you couldn't even dream of having this kind of power in this compact of a package. Hell, 5 years ago, I don't even know if we had any options this small that were this powerful. Oh, and throwing capability? 271 meters. It's 889 feet. This little thing is not a joke. We've seen lights this tiny, but we've not seen, I don't know that we've ever seen any this tiny that were this powerful. This is utterly insane. And take a look, by the way, at this optic. This TIR optic is unique. Super cool. You can see it's got concentric circles cut into it. Very slick, very cool. And what it's going to do, it's going to give you a huge field of light as well as a good amount of throw all at the same time. It's pretty neat. Now, before I get off on how cool I think this is and start comparing it to other things, let's talk about the specs real quick. You're looking at an emitter that's the SST40. You're looking at a battery that's an 18350. We're going to compare this to a couple of other 18350 lights in their sizes. Your operating voltage is 2.7 volts to 4.2 volts. You have a side EDC switch that is illuminated, by the way, which I love. And I love the feeling of that switch too, that rubberized switch. It is USB-C type charging. However, you can remove the battery. That's going to be a big deal for a lot of people. So you can choose to charge that battery in a charging bay and have other batteries charged up and ready to go for backups. Or you could do the most convenient thing, which is simply just plug your light in and let it charge on its own. It is a T66061 aluminum alloy hard anodized body. The head diameter, and I'm going to read this off in millimeters. It was 28 and a half. Yes, 28 and a half. Pretty sure it was 28 and a half. 28 and a half millimeters. I'm going to have it written here on the screen. If I'm wrong, it'll be corrected. It is tiny. It's ridiculously tiny. Let's give you some size comparisons here. Here it is up against a Sharpie, a wide Sharpie. I mean, look at this. Look how tiny it is. It's not really a Sharpie. It's actually a pokey. It's a stabby. That's ridiculous. Let's put it up against the last Sofirn that I had reviewed, which is the SC13. I mean, it's half the size and tremendously smaller in diameter. Let's see, what else can we compare it to? Let's compare it to some 18350 lights. Here is the Raylight and Vostede Rook, one of my personal favorite 18350 lights. And once again, I mean, it is insanely smaller. You almost don't realize you have this light in your hand, certainly not in your pocket. It weighs nothing. Here it is up against the Menker. Time Back 3. I can never remember the name of this light for some reason. If I would just sit down and review the darn thing, then probably it'll stay in my head. I mean, again, just the size difference. And they both use the same battery. They're both 18350 batteries. And another 18350 battery. This is the Loop Skywalker SK01. Yeah, they're wildly different lights, but there's not a big difference in the power output. And this is, oh, the weight difference is tremendous. The size difference is as well. This is crazy. It's nuts that we're able to see stuff like this. And here it is in a shot glass. That is a little titanium shot glass. And it's just a teeny tiny little bit larger. This is the amazing world that we live in. No, we didn't get flying cars, but we do have Sofirn flashlights, and that's almost close enough. Maybe. All right, let's talk about its basic operations. So you have a 3-click lockout mode that you can use, which is great. You've got this illuminated switch, magnetic tail cap. And I talked about the TIR optic. The spread of light that it gives you is 128 degrees, as seen on the chart here. All this for $21, guys. $21 for this light if you choose the no battery option, because I'm sure you have 18350 batteries. If you choose the 18350 battery option to ship with it, it's only a couple of dollars more. I think it's $24. And, by the way, if you use my link down below in the video description and my code, you're going to save even more. That's always nice. Maybe you could afford to get a couple for yourself. Maybe this one's going to stay in the car, and another one's going to be in the bedroom, and another one's going to be in the kitchen for any power outages, and you're going to give a couple away to friends or family. Maybe it's going to be groomsmen's gifts. Maybe it's going to be holiday gifts for the holidays coming up. You're shopping early. Fine. You buy 4 or 5 of these things. And just keep saving money, saving one after the other. Now, let's talk about the modes. Let me get this turned up, then all the way down. Okay, so you have a moonlight mode of 1 lumen, which is going to be hold and press from off. I'll do that again for you since I wasn't very clear on what I did. Hold and press gives you the perfect 1 lumen moonlight. As we first turn it on, we can get into our low mode, which is 10 lumens. Press and hold the step. Medium jumps all the way up to 150 lumens. That, to me, that's too big of a spread. I wish that the low was more like 50 lumens and then the medium went to 150. But medium is more than enough light to get you around in your front yard, walking up the driveway or the pathway, the sidewalk, whatever. Now here's another big jump, going from medium to high. High is 500 lumens. Out of this little tiny thing, 500 lumens before you even get to turbo. Oh, and turbo, double click, 1300 lumens. Double click again for strobe, which is also 1300 lumens. It is such an impressive little light. I like this thing a lot. It's going to take up no room, no matter how you choose to carry it. If you're carrying it in a bag, if you're, I don't know, carrying it in your purse, ladies, if you're carrying it in your pocket. That's the one thing. I am not a fan of this pocket clip. It works, don't get me wrong. It's just, it feels a little bit, tiny bit flimsy. And I'm not an optics or head up person. I like to have my flashlight head down. I like to have the optics down. That's just the way I am. It's a convenience thing for me. It is nice if you're the kind of person that doesn't lock out their light and it were to turn on somehow in your pocket. You would obviously see it a lot easier than if it was downside in your pocket. By the way, it does tail stand. And it will headstand, but it's not a crenellated bezel, so you're not going to see any escaping light, so you're not going to know if it's on or not. And a light that's this strong is going to start burning stuff real fast. Boy, that's hot. Yep, that's hot. That is really hot. A little smoke coming off my skin there. Cool. All right. It's a powerhouse. It's a teeny tiny little light that's a powerhouse. And I can't get over that. It's one of those things that you feel dumb because you keep repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again. And as a reviewer, you try not to do that. But I can't get past the fact that this is a 2.5-inch light with 1300 lumens. And even just in the standard high mode, 500 lumens is perfectly usable. Most of my lights that I'm going to use are for any practical purposes. I'm not going to have it in turbo. You're going to use turbo for certain things, but I want between 5 and 650 as a standard for my high modes. And I've got that in this little teeny tiny light. It's so cool. And I love the shape of it. This kind of hourglass shape fits very, very nicely, even into a large hand. The tactility of that rubber covered switch. I really dig that. Feels very, very nice. I've got my battery indication here. So it lets me know what condition my battery is in. This thing is so friggin' cool. Anyway, I think it's time that we get this bad boy outside and see how it performs in the dark.